Hi folks, another special edition of Ask JP. I've had great conversations with CEOs over the last couple weeks, probably more than I've had in the last several months because people are available. It's been very interesting and really actually kind of gratifying to be able to connect with folks. I had the question, they asked me, how are you responding with your company? And I got to tell you, I went through a very diligent process. I think it was about 10 days ago. And it kind of went this way, and I'm going to give you the steps. One, I was very realistic about what the situation was. I assessed where we were with our business in terms of contracts, proposals, existing agreements. And I was very realistic about what might happen in those areas as best I could. Then what I started to do was to develop a plan. And the plan started with strengths and weaknesses based on the assessment. Where are we strong? Where are we weak? Based on that, I also developed a plan of where are the opportunities. To be honest with you, I think we may have, for the Murray Company, less competition than we had before. I think that business associations are going to need people raising money, developing business for them as soon as we come out of this deal. So if I can survive that, if we can get out of this, there's going to be a need for what we do more than ever. That was one of the opportunities. So the goal is keep the thing going while we can get to the end of the tunnel there. And then finally, I put together 3 different scenario plans. One was adjustments that need to be made immediately and in the current situation. And to be honest with you, I learned some things there that we probably should have been doing anyway, right? Some things that we could tweak. The second was more of a crisis situation. Adjustments that have to be made because we're starting to get into some muscle here. We're starting to really have to be able to cut and reassess some of our business operations, okay? And to be very diligent about that. The third was, total economic meltdown. What do we do to just keep moving forward? Because that's my intent. We've got to go through this battle to win the war. But it's going to be a battle. So those 3 scenarios, and I did them several weeks ago without a lot of emotion, I think that's the key. And then you've got that plan, and then when those things happen, you can implement it. We've already got the plans, we're ready to implement it. Now the thing is, those things may be compressed. I thought it might be months to get to certain scenarios. It may be a shorter time frame. Hope that's helpful for you, and I'm pulling for you, 100%. Thanks for watching.